Hi, thank you very much for looking or watching this little clip that I'm putting together. So this is the third vlog based on 10 mistakes made during tough times that I've been seeing for the last 15 to 20 years. Today this section is on finance and admin, and I'm also going to do the operations one, so I'm going to do the last 5. And anyone who wants to download this sheet, which will give you a quick guide as to what you can go through and see whether your organisation's doing it, then just give me a shout and send me an email and I'm happy to send that across to you. So we started off with the first vlog that we did was based on retention. We looked at not training people how to do the kit properly, not monitoring the programs that people write, and we didn't have a measure in the first place whether to make sure people were starting from the correct position or not. Then we did a second vlog which was on sales, and it's about not understanding net movement and how that drives how that can drive the business, and how product knowledge is a huge part of what the staff should be knowing. Again, constantly going to organisations where they've just had sales training but they do not have a product, they don't understand the product, which is a big issue. We've taught them about a contract and how to close and all that type of stuff, but the reality is that people need to understand what the product is, because that's what they should be selling. So today I'm going to move on to finance and then operations. So question 6, people not understanding BACS rejects. So BACS rejects, BACS is the banking automated collection system which allows us to get the money from our customers. Now, if they haven't got enough money in their account, or they cancel their account, or whatever it may be, then they owe you that money. The key is I keep going to organisations and ask them what percent is the bounce, how much actually bounces, how much money is owed via BACS rejects, and then how much of that is actually reclaimed. Organisations still don't know this. This is a key driver, and there's got to be someone in the business who looks after it. The next one is organisations or sites not knowing what space they have available. So imagine if I worked in a beautician's or a hairdresser's, there's a high likelihood that they'd want to sell the space, because if not, it's dead space and it doesn't make any money. I keep going to leisure centres, and what they have is they have someone who waits there for someone to book it, even though they might not know there's a space available. So the idea behind it is there's utilisation reports. I've just been doing some stuff with Gladstone. Obviously I work for Cascade doing their data for a lot of organisations, and both of those organisations can provide information to tell you exactly what space and how much has been used and what the capacity levels are. Knowing that is key, and then driving business into it. So if I know that no one's ever booked between 9 and 7 on a Friday evening, what offer am I going to do? Or do we just accept that it's going to stay blank and no one's ever going to use it? To me, driving the business is key. When I used to work at Cascade, we used to go around to organisations to do business audits. Now, on the business audits, what we tend to find was that the highest or the average percentage for the top 10 areas that leisure centres hired out was approximately 42%. That's for the top 10 areas that they book out. So obviously with meeting rooms and various different things, they're a lot lower than that. Could you imagine Ryanair or one of the flight companies being happy with 42%? The top 10 performing only at 42%? No. They'd be actioning it and doing something about it, so we need to too. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to operations. With operations is the first mistake is we don't let people complain easy enough. I went to a site the other week, and what they have is that apparently all complaints have gone online. I asked them who'd asked for that, and no one had. So it's because that's the way the world's going. It's not going that way. People don't ask for it, but that's fine if they want to do that type of thing. So someone came in to complain at the desk. They sent them away to complain online. What's gone wrong? Remember years ago when we used to speak to people? We still need to do that now. People come in. I've seen again in other lessons that someone came in to complain. Then, excuse me, can you fill this out for me, please? And I'm thinking, what are you doing? Speak to them, find out what the problem is, tell them how you're going to address it. Simple. Anonymous feedback, key. I always ask organisations, can you give anonymous feedback? And they say, yeah, by apparently having a form on reception with no pen. It's mental. It's mental. So that is something that we can really easily fix, and we can easily do. Again, understanding class usage. Quite often I go to, again, working at Cascade or working with Gladstone or XN or any of the organisations that are looking after your data, I'll go to them and I'll quickly find out that the aerobics coordinator does their own manual counts because the systems aren't right. Get the systems right. It's as simple as that. You know, imagine it was your job to make the timetables figures look good. I'll just do it. I'll just put in nearly full. Yeah. Instead of, to me, the system has to be correct. So whatever system they're putting in place, they have to go back and make sure that the system is counting the correct amount of people. Reported on traffic light systems then is 30 seconds work. Not half a day of sitting down, having a coffee, chatting to a mate and fudging figures. It's literally the system spits it out and we action stuff. If we're going to spend half a day, let's spend half a day actioning stuff. The next thing is synchronizing. So the very, very last point is not understanding the busiest times or the best times when to run meetings or synchronize things. So could you imagine if every Monday all managers did a one-to-one? So no one would get called or pulled out because everyone would be doing one-to-ones. Imagine if every Thursday afternoon, every site would have a team meeting. Well, your team meet wouldn't be getting interrupted because everyone would be having their own meeting. The problem is we don't give meetings as much gravitas as they need, and we don't move them round, and we don't use. Imagine you'd run a transaction detail report to see exactly when your site's busy. It'll tell you exactly when the phones are being used, when bookings are being made, when payments are being taken, so we know when we're busy. Now, to me, it would totally make sense to not use those times and to book the meeting times in at times when we know the business can handle it, so we're not constantly getting called out and told, you know, I'm sorry, can I just borrow such and such for a second, or can I just have such and such, or can you just sign off these payroll forms, or whatever it may be. We've got to get proper structures into the organisation. I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog. As I said before, anybody who wants a copy of this sheet, it basically just gives you a rundown of what all the 10 issues are, the 10 things to look for in your business. Please send me a quick email and I'll happily send these across to you. And thank you very much for watching. The next one I'm doing is on DISC profiling, and there's going to be a freebie giveaway, so if you fancy it, then have a little look and then maybe you can have a free profile done on you. Thank you very much. Bye now.